Hi, everybody. It's me again, yet again, here on a Saturday morning slash afternoon. It's 11 a.m. And I wanted to focus today on just that, focus. How to stay focused in this very topsy-turvy, tumultuous time that we are going through. I also had some people that confirmed with me through the event page, and they wanted to have some cards read for them. So I'm going to do that as well. But right now, I would like to again go off on a little rant, right? Now, the things that we're going through, I often view life, okay, as a series of waves. All the events that we're going through is just like one wave after the next. And we're currently all riding a wave. We are going to get through it. We are going to be okay. But what comes out in the end once it hits shore, things are going to look a little different. And this isn't the first time that it's happened to humanity or in this world in general. But um, I also kind of view this as, okay, you know how when we're young, well, especially in the United States, wherever you're viewing this from, uh, we are kind of forced into being right-handed. When we're starting to write and we're learning how to draw and everything, nobody wants us to be left-handed. And when you're doing your lessons and you're in class and you're in school and you're writing and you're trying to learn how to draw cursive, I know nobody teaches cursive anymore, or you are just writing anything, and a teacher will walk by and sometimes will smack a ruler on the table, right? Hi, Dominique. Will smack a ruler on the table and be like, no, you can't do it that way. And in some instances, which I do not promote and I actually despise, they will wrap your knuckles, okay, until you start writing with your right hand. I think that what is going on right now is that we've been wrapped on the knuckles, just like, boop, okay? It's like, no, you can't do it that way. You got to do it the other way. Now, am I saying that we have to conform to some higher, um, it's not playing for me, hand on? Not sure what that means, but we're going to keep going. Hi. A little bit of minor confusion there, folks. The ladies that I'm going to read some cards for were having some trouble. But anyway, back to it. We've been wrapped on the knuckles, just crap, right? Now, when those knuckles get smacked with that ruler, we're going to have to start behaving. And if we keep at it, well, guess what? Now we have been grounded. We've been penalized in some way. We have to back up and we have to learn our lesson. We have to learn how to draw things a certain way. We have to learn how to not conform to a higher manual of how things need to be, but we have to understand that there is a unification, there is a collective that we do all belong to. And once we start bringing ego in, and as I've been harping on, trivial things such as money and being somewhere at a certain time, etc., those things aren't at the root of who we truly are. What those things get us is, well, here we are right now. We're being forced to be grounded. And grounded, in my perception of things, is not bad. I often tell my clients that they have to go ground, meaning that they have to find their center, they have to find comfort in their surroundings, comfort in who they are. And hi, Amy. And once they do that, it's not a punishment anymore. It's actual self-acceptance. So here we are. Okay, we've been, wrapped on the knuckles, wrapped, whatever, on the knuckles because we're writing with the wrong hand. We're getting all ego. We're doing our own thing, right? We're getting out of hand. But guess what? If we happen to be grounded, penalized, however you want to view it, we're right now being very introspective. So we have a lot of anxiety because we've been going off on our own and just trying to how do I put this? Put all that ego in the forefront, define ourselves as our ego. And we're not. We are humankind. We are humanity. We need to look out for one another. And as I said in my last rant, we need to be civilized, okay? We need to take care of each other because we are that collective. Now, so if we are being forced to be grounded, okay, there is no fear in that. There isn't. Because, yes, this is self-isolation, but this is also a time I am actually happy to have because it's forcing me to be introspective about certain aspects of myself. And I want you out there to also take this time to identify those little parts of you that you have pushed aside in order to actually just work off of your ego. Okay? So let's say we've been writing with our right hand this whole time in order to fit in and with society and because we're afraid of getting cracked on the knuckles with a ruler, right? Well, we've come to a point where we need to write with our left hand. We may be thinking, "Oh my God, I used to write with my left hand. Why am I so afraid to write with my left hand?" Well, you know what? When we come off of this wave and this wave crashes on this shore, like I said, things are going to look different. You're going to come off this wave. You're going to be wet. Hi, Heather. And you're going to be wet. You're going to probably be exhausted. And you're going to be like, hey, wait a minute. How did I get through that? You got through that because of your personal strength, right? Now, that strength. Now, this may sound a little weird, but hey, I'm in palmistry. I am a palmist, right? So you've been writing with your right hand your whole life. You get off this wave and it crashes into the shore. And you may be like, whoa, I have this other hand. Why did I forget I have this other hand and this other way of doing things? Why do I have this fear of using it? Start using it. This is that side of you that you pushed down in order to make it in society. Now, of course, when you start writing with it, meaning carving your way through life with it, just like when you write letters or just sign your name, it's not going to be pretty because you haven't exercised it, meaning you haven't used it in a very, very long time, and you may not have ever been allowed to, okay? But this other direction that you're going to take and this other path that you're going to have, it's going to get better. And we are being grounded in order to see that it's going to get better. Don't be afraid. Stay focused. Stay on top of the wave. Know that you're going to get a little wet. You're going to get washed up on that shore no matter what. And it may be in a different place than where you started. But guess what? You're still you. Now's the time to come back to who you truly are and know that you have the strength, that a strength that you don't even fully understand, or else you wouldn't be here. And you need to feel good about that and not have panic, not have anxiety. Just be there for other people and embrace the fact that everybody is on their own wave right now, right? And we're all going to hit that shore and we're all going to realize, hey, wait a minute, what have I been doing up to now? We're all going to hit that point at different times. So just be humane, be civil with each other, and we're all going to get through this together. And remember that when you start to write with your left hand, okay, remember again, those words, those letters, whatever you do with your left hand isn't really going to be pretty, probably not legible. But the more you work at it, the more people will understand it. And it's a story that is yours. It's a story that you are writing for yourself, okay? This part of you that is underneath all that ego. And that story is worth reading. It's worth being out there, okay? Now, go write it. Go write it. And I really do mean for that pun. So that pun is intended because that just flew into my head, right? So let me look over here at what ladies are here. Ah, okay. All right, so are you ladies ready to have your cards read? Amy, no. My sister Amy's on here. She's not getting cards read. No. She is my biggest supporter, and I really appreciate and love her. But she's not getting her cards read today, okay? I actually made a list of people that wanted to have their cards read. And let me get it here, okay? No last names, all right? But today we're going to use some Lenormand cards, and we're going to use some Oracle cards. Now, the Lenormand deck, I am an intuitive reader when it comes to the Lenormand deck. There are tons of different ways of reading those cards, but they seem to click with me on a different level. And so, Dominique. Hi, Dominique. It's your turn. So, you said that you would like for this reading to be about yourself. All right? No shame in that. So, let's see here. I'm going to do the Lenormand deck, and it's the Mirror Truth deck. That's the title of this version of the... Oh, would you look at that? A card is upside down in this deck. We're not reading it. I think it's a card that was meant for me. And just so you know, it was the fish. So look it up later. You'll understand why I'm surprised at that. So I'm shuffling. I'm not a very good shuffler. But I also want to say, everyone, that I am available for private readings online. You just message me or whatever. We can arrange something. Okay, I also have a YouTube channel, and this video is going to end up on YouTube. Your names and everything will not be there, just the video itself, okay, in case you're, a little nervous about that. So, Dominique, and also, really, really shameful, not shameless, but shameful plug. I have a tip jar. It is down in the event page or comments. All right, so we're going to pull 3 cards for Dominique. Okay. First card is who you are, what your situation is, the things that are concerning you right now, okay? The Heart card. Now, this isn't necessarily about love, but this is what you are going through right now. There, as we look at the imagery, right, it isn't just a heart. What it is 2 sides coming together, because these are 2 separate trees. And they're kind of intertwining. And if you notice where they come together, where these 2 halves meet, there's growth. So you need to just embrace this other side that is around you, and that pretty much what I just talked about. This other side of you that you're facing while you are in this self-isolation or social distancing. And whether it be with your business, because for some reason I think it has to do with a little bit of business, a little bit of worry about business. You're okay. Now's the time to wear your heart on your sleeve, all right? Now, also down here, I want to point out in the corner, it's a Jack of Hearts. So hearts are associated with cups, with water, with emotions. You have the strength of a knight to get through this part. But you're having a little trouble realizing that. So this is where you're at right now. Now, this is what's affecting this first card. So we're going to go like that, okay? If I can get that. So you have the bear, okay? Now, the bear, this is a little bit of difficulty, but it also reinforces that strength. I mean, you may look in the back and say, oh my God, I got to get over all these mountains. So there's fear involved with what's going on with you. But you have to understand that Jack or that Knight strength is still here, and you're just not recognizing the fact that look at all the snow on these mountains. If this bear is who you are, the snow, that's the polar bear's habitat. So you're going to be able to get over this point in time and this difficulty that you're having and this doubt by taking a step back and pausing on your way to get over that mountain, right? Don't be afraid of that pause. Remember, this is what's affecting you at the moment. Now, third card, right? We have the dog. Now, this is what's affecting the mountain card. Now, with the dog card, I'm going to take a quick look at it here. It's actually a joy card. We also get into the whole obedience issue and, man's best friend. And given everything that I felt I needed to talk about today, recognizing that other side of you that you've pushed down in order to just kind of get along with society, which is about, and I hate to say this, Dominique, but a little bit about ego. We all have it. Don't be ashamed, girl, okay? You are your own best friend, all right? Remember that. That is absolute key to what you are going through. You are going to get through this. Stay focused. And also down here, we have the 10 of Hearts. Now, that is a happiness card when it goes into tarot, because the 10 of Cups is the joy card. So once you embrace that other side of yourself and just open up and say, you know what, look, I am going to have to make this change. I am going to have to get over this. I am going to actually survive and get over this mountain. And on the other side, there's going to be growth. There's going to be love. There's going to be an embrace waiting for you. Everything will work out, right? Now, you have any questions, Dominique? If you're still on here, let me see. Oh, I guess there have been a lot of comments that I haven't even been keeping track. All right, there we go. Now I see you, Dominique. Has more to do with a guy. Well, then, guess what? Love, joy, and it is those two sides coming together. Don't worry about those mountains, okay? You have the strength to get through this. You just have to understand that there is going to be some difficulty that you are worried about. But that happens in every relationship, all right? It does, whether it be a romantic relationship, a social, friend, business, whatever. But the whole outcome is the dog card, which is also a 10 of Cups, or the 10 of Hearts, or however you want to look at it, which is joy. That is what is on the other end of this, all right? And that inner reflection. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. So next, we have Becky. I don't know if Becky is on here. It says that there's 4 people right this second. I see a lot more action going on in the sidebar, so I don't know what's what here. But she didn't answer for anything, any of the questions that I asked. So what we're going to do for Becky is we're actually going to pull a card of the Lenormand deck, and then I'm going to pull some Oracle, okay? And again, it's not showing me the comments. What is that about? Here I am. Okay. All right. Now this is for Becky, wherever Becky is, okay? We have the snake. Don't think of this as a horrible situation, right? Now, a lot of cultures see the snake as, if you see a snake, I should say, that it is actually an ancestor or a family member, ancestor, friend, somebody with a tie to you that's actually trying to give you a message, all right? So, but a lot of people are afraid of them. Why? I don't know, okay? But there is a message out there for you to receive, and I feel that you need to open up and hear it, all right? Whether you're getting a sign from something, whether you're dreaming, I also kind of get that feeling that you're dreaming or you're seeing a lot of the same number, something like that. Know that that's because there is someone out there that's like, hey, come on, we gotta wake up. We gotta think about this before we actually act on it. All right. Also down here we have the Queen of Clubs. Oh God, I'm so horrible at this. Wherever the Queen of Clubs is on this card, how's that? It's the artist side of me. What can I say? Anyway, Queen of Clubs is a fire card. Now she can burn you, or she can help keep you warm and cook food for you. She knows how to use her fire very, very well. So I get the impression that this ancestor, family member, whoever that is out there in spirit, and don't be afraid of it. I mean more of like somebody who's looking out for you, not a bad thing, right? That they're like, hello, this, we have to wake up. This just reinforces what I said. So this is where I'm going to pull an oracle card for Becky, okay? Now, the oracle cards, scroll down here. Oh, let's see here. I know, Karen. It's for the old post. I was trying to advertise the fact that I'm going to put this on YouTube. But thank you for bringing that up. I'll change it in the future. Let's see here. Becky, Becky, Becky. Unexpected. Remember what I said about waking up, noticing, hey, there's a pattern here. We have to recognize what's going on. There is an unexpected side to things, right? Don't panic. Stay focused. You're going to get through it. And I say you're going to get through it, Becky, and you're going to be the better for it because you have family out there on the other side, right? If I could do that, that are looking out for you, right? Now, I just lost all of my notifications. So here, let me quickly come back here. There we go. So there is family out there looking out for you, and they're just trying to make you say, hey, come on, snap out of it. There is an unexpected twist to what's going on with you and what the situations are in your life. So I hope that helped out a little bit, all right? But do remember, this isn't a bad thing, all right? It just also goes back to what I felt I had to talk about when it goes into ego and kind of almost misrepresenting ourselves in order to get through in society. And right now, guess what? We're not in society. We're practicing social distancing. Okay, Becky? So you're okay. Now, Heather. Heather, you here? Let's see here. Let's go down. Now, for Heather, she said that these cards are about herself. All right, we can do it. And we've got about 6 minutes left, so we're doing pretty good. All right, so Lenormand cards for you, my dear. This isn't right. This can't be right. I shuffled though. Okay, Heather, you got the heart card again. Again, for you, this is a little different though, right? Now, for you, I feel that there is some kind of, and okay, Dominique, I don't know, maybe you all are just having issues when it comes to partnering up with people. If you could understand me, suddenly I'm getting a twisted tongue or tongue twisted. But don't be afraid. This is the situation where you're at right now. And is there some kind of, Heather, if you're on here, is there some kind of situation going on with your other half that you're very uncertain of? Right? Second card. Remember, if this is you, Heather, this is what's affecting you right now. A lady. Okay? I'm going to tell you something. This card, I'll be honest with you, this card could either be for you or it could be for that other person that I'm kind of picking up on that is kind of involved with your relationship. If it's you, if we look at the imagery, I'll go like that for you. Do you see all those? Oh my God. Do you see all of those little tiny houses and all those little rooms that they must have, right? Well, imagine all of those experiences and all those memories that are locked up in there because this has been part of her head, right? Those experiences, and whether they be good or bad experiences, this woman is reflecting on all that. And like I said, it could be you. It could be a third person coming into your relationship. And this is what's affecting this heart card, right? I also want to point out that it is the Ace of Spades. So there is some difficulty involved. There is going to be a little bit of emotional turbulence, a little bit of turmoil. Hang in there. Don't fear. Center. Focus. You got this. Now, third card. This is really wild. All right. Again, we have the bear. Why these cards keep showing up, I really don't know, guys. All right. So, you are going to have the strength to get through this, which is what I just said. You have the determination, you have the focus, you have the drive, and it is going to be a path that you have walked before, okay? But you're going to get through it. Remember, you've walked through it before. You've had the experiences before, and it's nothing that is necessarily new. And don't feel bad about that. What I'm saying is that the road that you've traveled down, whether it just be one time, guess what? You know what to expect on that road, and you know where every tourist trap is, and you know where every sightseeing spot is, and you know every curve in the road. Remember that, all right? Now, also down here, we have the 10 of clubs, which I don't think I addressed before, but anyway. So there is kind of this tendency of you throwing everything that you have at the situation. Don't deplete your energy, okay? It's important. You have to remember you have all of these experiences locked inside of you, all those different roads, all those different paths that you've gone down. And if you recognize those signs, you'll get through it. Okay. Now, Mary. I said I would pull a card for Mary because she actually asked there's a wait list. So, hi, Heather. Okay. So, I hope that helped, Heather. Right? Now, when it comes to Mary, she doesn't say if she's here or not, but I am just shuffling my Lenormand deck, but I'm going to pull an oracle for Mary. Now, this is, I don't know if I said this before, but this is a self-healing deck, meaning the, I think, Whispers of Healing Oracle. Pretty sure that's what it's called. And one of my friends, Karen, who's also on here in the audience, has this deck too. All right. So, and I use this a lot in my readings with clients. It's very gentle. The imagery is really great. So, Mary, if you do see this, okay, this card's for you. Breathe. Remember what I started out this whole thing with is that we're all on our own wave. Take that deep breath. You are going to get pushed under the water a little bit, but in the end, you're going to be pushed out to shore too. Just remember to breathe. And breathing, we find focus. You are going to get through it. May be a little uncomfortable, but remember, do not breathe underwater. Hold it in, and when you get to the shore, you take the deepest, strongest breath that you possibly can and know that you made it through. All right? You got this. So, that's that card. I'm already a minute over time. I said this would run for a half hour. And happy that helped, Heather. Okay, so shameful / shameless plug again. I am available for private online readings. This is just a very, very quick reading. Obviously, I am a palm reader, but I do cards. I also do tarot. It's just a matter of what I kind of feel people need at that moment. I do have a YouTube channel, and just like Karen said, I very foolishly put a link to the channel on the description for the event, so some people might have gone there instead of here. You live and learn. Onward and upward. That's the theme of this. I am not very good at scheduling events. But you ladies, I hope this was helpful. And I just want to say I appreciate you. I truly do. And thanks for making my day, because I really look forward to this. And I think that I'm going to make 11 o'clock, kind of 11 o'clock in the morning, kind of like my standard thing. And I'm going to try to do something on Tuesday, I believe. So I will post that event on Facebook. So if you know anybody that would like to have just a really quick reading about what they're going through, or again, schedule something in private, just message me, and I will actually have you sign up in case you have specific questions about something. But the overall theme for the day is to focus. This is not, hear that thunder out there? Thor. All right. So there's a lot of energy going around. Embrace it. Step outside. Step outside. Feel that static electricity. I already feel it sitting in here. Okay. But focus. Breathe. We're going to get through this. Recognize your strength. All right. We are not being punished. We are being grounded. You got this. See you soon. Remember you're loved. Bye-bye.